Hello, everybody, and happy spring. It's Becky here at EarthSpirit Interfaith Ministry, and I'm hoping that our celebration will be interactive tonight. If you're participating, you can, send messages and talk within the live. I think you can. I don't know how to tell. I know that we've been able to do that in the past, so hopefully Facebook hasn't changed anything and we're actually still able to do that. We're not quite beginning ritual yet because I have a helper coming, and I think she's on her way up the steps now.
You better believe it.
She's coming. Hello, helper.
Hello, darling.
I just started the live. Oh, and it looks like Wade is watching us. Wade, thank you for commenting. Now I know that it actually works. You guys can actually comment and I'll be able to see it on screen. Hello, EJ.
Just you and I.
It's just you and me.
I brought my seeds.
Great. So we're keeping this ritual virtual, and EJ is able to be here because she is in our quarantine bubble. And she's going to join me. Would you join me right next to me, EJ? You're okay with being on camera?
No.
The reason we're laughing at this is because EJ has a show on BCTV.
Yes, sir.
There she is,
Yes,
our
sir.
beloved EJ.
Not
Say
yes, sir, but
hello.
yes, sir. Hello, everybody. Hello, fans and non-fans.
It looks like Deborah has joined us as well. Hello, Deborah.
Hi, Deb.
Nice.
Is
Okay.
that little Debbie that makes the...
No, it's not that Debbie. She's a member of our Wise women's group
Oh, very cool.
that we started, which I don't know if
Very
you were
cool.
in on any of that
No, I don't
stuff,
think so.
but that's okay. Those things need to stop. Oh, okay. So anyway, happy spring, EJ.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
It is, and it's actually a really nice day outside.
It
I don't
is.
know where all of you guys are. Oh, Wade says hi, EJ.
Hey, Wade. Peace.
So I'm assuming if Wade is watching that probably Adrian is watching also. So I'm going to say hello to Adrian, and I hope that you're there. Anyway, hello to everybody. Happy spring to all of you. I'm so excited. It's such a lovely day outside. Yes. I was out for just a little bit in between like my client and this and all of that fun stuff. I hope that you got to spend some time outside.
Oh, I hope so.
I hope so too. Anyway, spring equinox, the reason we've gathered today, is a time of growth, of learning, of great change, and creating new things. Did you know that?
Yes, I did. But thanks for reminding me.
I gotta do these things. This time in our lives, we're experiencing great change, right?
That's saying it mildly.
And none of us expected that like a year later, we would still be celebrating all of our holidays virtually. Like, I remember last year when we had our spring equinox celebration and we did it virtually, I was like, hey, our next celebration will be live. And I was wrong.
It's live. It's just live.
Oh, Kelly says hello. Hello, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
So yeah, I was really hoping that we'd be back to live by summer solstice and then again by autumn equinox and then again by Samhain and then again by winter and you know,
Didn't happen.
I don't know when it's going to happen. Man, I really hope that it happens soon because I know I've talked to a bunch of people lately and everybody said the same thing. We've all got Zoom fatigue. We're all tired of talking to our friends virtually. We want to see each other face to face.
Hugs.
I know. And I'm so thankful that I get to see EJ here in person.
Same here.
I know that a lot of you don't have anyone that you can see in person. And I just want to send you all the virtual hugs.
Yes.
I wish I could hug you in person. But I'm hopeful that someday this stupid pandemic will be done and we'll all be able to meet in person and hug each other again. I'm going to quick and give you an interlude and let you know I know y'all are going to hear me coughing and whatnot, and my voice sounds funny. Those of you that know me in person know that I don't usually look or sound this way, but I had some dental surgery last week, and therefore I'm bruised and swollen, and I kind of look like I got in a fight. And as a result, my sinuses are draining like, so it's all good. Remember, we talked about being a time of change. I too am experiencing a time of change, and my body is changing, and I am rolling with the changes the best that I can.
Yes, you are.
It's what we can do. Anyway, our hope for today's celebration is to be able to recognize that with change comes growth and learning, and maybe learning about finding some balance for ourselves. I don't know about you, but lately this has really been a struggle for me. I am so tired of staying home. How about you? You tired of staying home?
I am.
Oh my God, yeah. I'm tired of not... Wade says, I remind him of his aunt when she got her teeth out. I'm assuming that's the aunt that I met that we love very much. Yeah, she's beloved, yes.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, sorry, I keep telling Patrick that I'm talking like a grandma now, so.
I find it kind of quaint.
I miss the before times. Yeah, that kind of feels this way. I tell everybody that I feel like going places. Yeah, I feel like we're in like a post-apocalyptic science fiction tale where we all talk about, do you remember the before times when we could go places?
The before times.
It's what it feels like.
We'll tell our children and our grandchildren
about the before times, yes. Anyway, goodness gracious. But I'm tired of it. I'm tired of not spending time with my friends in person.
Yes.
And boy, I'm tired of winter, so I'm really, really thankful for spring. Spring means hope to me, and it means getting to spend more time outside. It usually means gardening too. This year, my garden will hopefully be going through some changes.
Ooh.
Last year, I didn't get to do nearly as much as I wanted to do, even though I was home and I was like, yay, more garden time. It didn't happen. So, I know, we miss you too, Wade. But, I hope that it happens. I hope that we have some changes. I don't know about you, but I'm happiest when I'm outside, especially like in my bare feet, feeling the sunshine on my face, digging in the dirt. I love this new joy that comes of creating new life in the garden, especially in the spring, and nurturing it throughout the summer. And of course, the best part is harvesting all the yummy things in the autumn. Those are the things that really excite me. Our focus today, I want us to focus on what we're planting in ourselves this year, on how we're hoping to grow. So, excuse me, while we are thinking about those changes, we're going to do some actual planting. So, we're sitting up here in our loft in our ministry space. Some of you have actually been up here. I know some of you may not have been, but that's where we're at. If you're planning to work along with me, you're going to need some stuff. Don't panic. If you don't have those things with you now, you can always come back and watch this again. The video is going to be available on our EarthSpirit Facebook page. It's going to be available on our EarthSpirit YouTube page, and it personally on my Facebook page as well.
Good.
So you'll be able
to too if you want.
Sure, I'll put it on yours if you want. So it'll be available in multiple formats. You can always come back, watch it, and do it again. There is no stress and no worries about these rituals. Our goal is to just be as low stress as possible. We always try to make them family friendly as well. So if you've got the kiddos with you, they can participate also. And when we someday get back to doing things in person again, our events and rituals that we have up here, those are always family friendly too. Because we love the little ones and we want them to participate also.
Sure. They're our future.
Yes, of course.
They'll be changing our diapers when we get older.
Gosh, I hope so. Somebody's got to, right? So if you're planning to work along with me, here's what you're going to need. You're going to need some seeds. We have some seeds here. Yep. And some soil. And it doesn't have to be special seed starting soil, but it can be if that's what you have. You'll need something to plant in. I have lots of things to plant in. I'll show you guys in a minute. And let's see what else. Oh, some water. Need to have some water so you can, not on camera.
There we go.
So you can water your plants. And let's see what else. Oh, maybe a spoon. I have a spoon. So you can shovel out the dirt. Me, I like to use my hands.
Oh, yes.
Because I like to get my hands dirty, but it's up to you.
Dig in the dirt.
If you're planting multiple things this season, it might also be helpful to have some kind of label so that you can mark whatever you're planting. I've used official garden like tags, address labels. I've even used recycled plastic utensils, like recycled knives that I've written on in Sharpie and just stuck them in the soil. Finally, my soil just fell over, speaking of which.
You soiled yourself.
That's it. I soiled our table.
Oh, okay.
Since we always feast after our rituals, you'll need to bring whatever yummy things you want to eat for the virtual potluck. We're actually going to eat later in the house, but I brought some of our food out here so we have something to bless when we get to that part of ritual. I'm going to tell you, you don't need to spend a lot of money on these items. And actually, for those of you that might be new in this path, when you're doing ritual, you don't ever need to spend a lot of money on ritual items. In fact, all you ever need for ritual is right here.
Show up.
It's you. That's it. It's just you and your energy. And we're surrounded by all of the elements. We're surrounded by earth under our feet and air, like literally you're breathing air. If you aren't breathing air. And water, we've got water all around us. I'm stuck.
You're stuck.
I'm stuck between the chairs. Help. Okay, anyway. Water, earth and air and water and fire is the sun in the sky and spirit is all around us. So really you don't need anything fancy. Like we're up here in my loft in our ministry space and I've got 2 or 3 altars up here, but I don't have any candles lit. I didn't go through all of the things that I usually do when we do ritual, because honestly, you don't need any of those things.
That's right.
You don't need to spend your hard-earned money on things right now.
And I think sometimes
now.
we get so carried up in the things that we almost miss the actual message.
Yeah.
And to get ourselves into it.
Yep. Absolutely. She says it so well.
We get distracted.
We do. And I get easily distracted. That's why these rituals run so long. I know. Squirrel. But anyway, these supplies, like I said, you don't need to spend a lot of money. I often reuse and recycle items to plant in. So I have like these little cups here that are from Italian Ice, or I have, these are actual pots that had something growing in them and I reuse them over and over and over again. You can use old Solo cups. You can use anything like yogurt cups, whatever you have, that's what works. For soil, you can buy soil and seeds at the dollar store. I'm going to tell you this bag of seed starting soil that I've got here, I bought at the dollar store for $3. But you know, if you have good soil where you live, you could like go outside and dig yourself a little cup of soil too. Where we live, the ground is still kind of a little bit too hard for me to be digging in it. And I had a little $3 bag of seed starting soil, so that's what I'm using. And seeds, you can buy seeds at the dollar store as well. I also, one of the things that I often plant, you can see this, these are butternut squash seeds. And I actually pulled them out of a butternut squash that we ate for dinner a couple weeks ago. And I do that frequently. I have, those are pumpkin seeds and what's that? Acorn squash seeds. So You can do that. You can even save seeds from your fruit and vegetables that you are eating and plant them later. So you really don't need to spend any money at all on this project if you don't have it, and that's cool.
Are there some vegetables or fruits that if you do get the seeds, that will not reproduce?
I think it's possible. I think people say that if you use some GMO fruits and vegetables, that won't grow. I don't know.
Okay.
I've never had a problem, and I've been growing plants from my produce for years.
Oh, very cool.
And I've never had a problem with it. I will tell you that many times we've had we've had like, and if you came to my house right now, you'd see I have some dead pumpkins in the front yard. I'm fully expecting that I will probably have some pumpkins growing around my big spooky tree in the summer because it snowed and the pumpkins got left there.
That'll be cool.
You never know. We might wind up with corn out there too, because I had corn shocks and I didn't have any hay. I'm allergic to hay, but we put all that stuff around our spooky tree and we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll grow.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it doesn't matter what you use. It doesn't matter if you plant fruit or vegetables or flowers. What's more important is the act of planting today. I would check the packages of whatever seeds you have. So I actually have seeds in a packet. I'm going to be planting butterfly pea seeds. And they are pretty purple flowers that kind of look like a morning glory. And I'm growing them because those of you who know me know that I'm obsessed with tea. And these actually are a purple tea. Well, they're a blue tea. So if they grow, they're a blue tea. And EJ
I'm
is
selling
planting
forget-me-nots because that's one of my favorite.
Nice.
I used to collect those at home. And these are some interesting ones they're lantern plants.
Nice.
Yep, Japanese lanterns. And then they have seeds within them too.
Oh, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you told me you were planting the lantern plants, and I was like, wait, what are lanterns again? And she had to show me a picture because I couldn't remember. But it doesn't matter what you're planting. What's more important is the act of planting. I'm going to take a sip of my tea because I get dry after I've been talking for a while. Anyway, what I was saying was, if you have packaged seeds, you want to check the back and just make sure that there's no preliminary steps you have to do. Some seeds, they say that you've got to chill them overnight, or you have to soak them, or some even you've got to like nick them a little bit.
Whoa.
So that they grow. None of my seeds I have to do that with because I am a simple girl and I need to make it as simple as possible. Anyway, if you don't have the items right now, again, you can always watch the video with me now and then rewatch it later to do the activity on your own after you gather your things. If you have candles or incense or anything that you want to light during ritual, that is totally up to you. And if you are all ready to begin, we can begin. Are you ready, EJ?
I am so ready.
All righty. We honor the changing of the seasons, the sun, the moon, the earth, and all of the elements. In this, we look to each of our cardinal directions and honor the elements binding our world together. And normally, when we're doing ritual, I turn and face all of the elements, but I ain't doing that today. Not doing it. I'm sitting at my table and we're doing it right here. Ha! Anyway, if you want to participate, when I say hail and welcome, you just repeat after me and you say hail and welcome. Hail to the north and earth, and actually I'm already facing north. Mm-hmm. Let your strong land uphold us, bringing strength, stillness, stability, and grounding. Spirit of the north, dominion of mother and grounding, be with us today. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
East is that way. Hail to the east and the air. Let your cool winds blow through us, bringing us wisdom and knowledge of our ancestors. Spirit of the east, dominion of invention and shadow, be with us today. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Hail to the south and fire. And really fun fact, if you could see behind us, our fireplace is actually in the south. Let our bright fires burn through us, bringing the will and strength of purpose. Spirit of the south, dominion of feeling and change, be with us today. Hail and welcome.
And welcome.
Hail to the west and water. Let your cleansing river flow through us, bringing us the empathy to better understand all things, great and small. Spirit of the west, dominion of intuition and healing, be with us today. Hail and welcome. And
Danny's here with us.
I was just going to say, Danny has joined us. Hello, Danny. We're going to create a circle. Circles are magical in some ways. The earth goes around in a circle somewhat. Seasons too. The wheel of the year, day and night. We begin with a circle, bringing each other close together and taking care of each other. And even though we are physically distant from each other, we are still creating a circle between you and me, and you and you and you, and you feel like I'm in romper room here. Anyway, would you repeat after me? Soul to soul.
Soul to soul.
And heart to heart.
And heart to heart.
The circle is cast.
The circle is cast.
From me to you and back again.
From me to you and back again.
The circle is cast.
The circle is cast.
The circle's cast.
Circle's cast.
And blessed be.
And blessed be.
Okay. We're going to call out to God and Goddess of every single one that exists. In our world, there are many names for deity. There are as many as there are images. It is male and female, and sometimes everything and nothing all at the same time. God is the brightest star in a clear night sky, and God is the night. Goddess is both the sun shining in winter and the melting snow. God is the river and the otter and the oak and the soaring eagle. Goddess is the diamond with 1,000 facets and every brilliant facet. God is the note sung by the soprano and the voice of the singer. Goddess is the drummer's beat and the pounding of our hearts and the earth under our feet. Goddess is woman, maiden, mother, and crone, different faces of the goddess we call. God is man, the stag, the father and creator, the God of the harvest. We call them by many names. I call God and Goddess of all names and with no name. On this beautiful, blessed evening, I call God as one and all. God and Goddess by all the names you're called and answer, by all the faces you wear, come to us today, wrap us in your love, join us in circle if you will, and celebrate with us. Now, if you guys have your supplies ready, remember, if you don't have them, you can always watch it and rewatch it later and do it on your own. No stress, no worries, okay? We've got our supplies right here, and we're going to begin with our seeds. As I said earlier, today I'm planting butterfly pea seeds, which I'm hoping will grow, and then I will have tea. That is my hope. I want you, if you have your seeds, to open them up and then to hold them in your hand. Opening them up. And I have not even looked at these seeds yet, so I have no idea how tiny they're going to be.
Yes, these are tiny.
Ah, they're nowhere near as tiny as I thought they were going to be. Okay. So you can see this is a teeny tiny little seed. But that's okay, because this teeny tiny little seed can grow into something really, really big. I want you to hold your seed in your hand. And while you're doing so, it's okay, I'll wait for you, hon.
Oh, okay, you don't have to wait for me.
While you're holding your seed in your hand, I want you to think about growth and change. And even if you don't have a seed right now, I still want you to think about growth and change. I want you to imagine what kind of growth you'd like to see in yourself and in your life. Do you want a different job? healthier habits, financial growth. Whatever kind of growth you want in your life, that's what we're going to plant today. So I want you to visualize that growth that you want happening and kind of plant that image right into your seed. Just imagine yourself planting that image right into your seed. When you're done thinking about what it is that you want to grow in yourself or grow in your life, I want you to visualize what that would really look like. Like, what would your life look like after you've grown in this way? I really want you to use your imagination and picture yourself living the life that you want to live. You've really got to use your imagination. And I tell people all the time, you can almost hear the word magic in imagination. They go hand in hand. You've got to use your imagination. So really visualize the life you want to live while you're holding that seed. And then when you've got that image firmly in your mind, it's time to plant those seeds. So you're going to get a container. EJ, I'll give you a container. Do you want? Oh, I'm going to give you a big one because you got a whole bunch of seeds.
Yeah, I do have a whole bunch of seeds.
You got a whole bunch of seeds, and I'm just going to use this little one right here. Okay? And you want to put some soil into your container. And like I said, this is some seed starting potting mix, and you can see the price there. I paid $3.50 for it because I am all about saving money. And yes, we're going to get soil on my tablecloth.
Oh, absolutely.
And I don't care.
That's nice looking soil.
Isn't it?
That's some good looking soil you got there, girl.
For a couple bucks. Put that in your... I'm going to scoop all this right back into my pot.
Oh, there's a hole in the bottom of this one. So.
Yeah, well, there's supposed to be holes in the bottom of your pot.
Whoops.
That's quite all right. No worries.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good. Got some soil in there.
Sure do.
All right. So you put some soil in your pots. And then you can, well, you got to have some room for your plant to grow, right? Mm-hmm. So you want to take either a back of a utensil or a pencil or your finger. I'm going to use my finger.
There you go.
I like to get in the dirt. And you just want to make a little hole in the soil. And it doesn't need to be real deep. Doesn't at all. And then you're going to take your seed. And you know what's funny, EJ? I think I lost my seed.
You lost your seed?
I did. Lost my seed, people.
Is it right there where you're...
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
Now I have a bunch of little seeds, so I guess it doesn't really matter if they mingle, huh?
I guess not.
Mingling seeds.
They're going to mingle. That's okay, because I'm going to refocus on what I want to plant. Let's see. Does anybody want to share what they're planting?
Health.
Health is wonderful.
And family.
Oh,
healing.
I love that. Health and family and healing.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Anybody else who's watching want to share what you're planting?
Don't be shy.
And it's totally okay if you don't want to share. I told you no stressors today.
Abundance.
I like abundance.
And that can be abundance in anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Abundance of good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I want to clarify that before I throw that out into the universe.
Well, think about whatever it is you're planting, and then you want to make sure you have a little hole in there and plant your seeds in there and cover them up with a little bit of soil. And again, you don't want to cover them with too much soil, just a little bit, so that they're nurtured and nourished in the dirt. Just make sure they're not sticking out. That's all that matters. while we're doing this, I want you to think about how you can nourish yourself and your dreams. Like, what steps are you going to need to take to make your dreams and goals happen? Because just like planting a seed, when we create goals, we have to nurture them to make them grow. Think about what steps you have to take to make your dream a reality. We got to do things like, I'll give the example of if you want a new job. Do you think you could just, wave a magic wand and make a new job happen?
You're going to have to make phone calls.
Right. And actually
Contacts.
Fill out a job application.
Yep.
And go on interviews, and you might even have to build some interview skills. All of those things are steps to nourishing that growth that you want to happen. So whether the growth you want to happen is financial or spiritual or physical or whatever it is, there are steps you're going to need to take. Just like the steps we're taking right now, where we're putting the seed in our little pot and we're planting our seed in there, and then we're putting a little bit of water in it. We're going to have to nurture our goals in the same way. So once you've got your seed in there, I'm just making sure I didn't miss a step. That's really important, right?
Do you want to put this underneath so it doesn't get all over your table?
It's okay. I'm going to have to throw this tablecloth in the wash anyway.
Okay.
You're going to think about how you're going to nourish yourself, and then you're going to give a little bit of water to your plant. And I'll give you this. Yep. You can
I want
give
to do my own watering.
Water. Yep. So I want you, EJ, to think about what you're nourishing in your plant and give it a little bit of water too.
Yep. There we go.
There you go. And imagine yourself nurturing your goals and dreams. And when we're done with ritual today, you're going to want to put your plant somewhere in a warm place, ideally somewhere that it's between 70 and 75 degrees, so that it's warm enough to actually sprout. Somewhere in the sun is even better. If you want to, you can even take a little bit of plastic wrap and stick it over the top to kind of create a little greenhouse effect in there.
Oh, cool.
But you want to get it nice and warm. And then if you're going to plant lots of things later on, you want to label it so you know what you planted. You want to make sure that you water your plant regularly. And each time that you nurture your little plant, I want you to think about the things that you're planting in yourself and how you want to grow. So I want us to be honest about who we really are. So are you the kind of person that gets impatient when things don't go well? And hold on, I need a drink. Or when they don't happen as quickly as we want them to? Are you that kind of person? I'm that kind of person sometimes.
Absolutely not. I'm just so chill. Of course I am.
So gardening is a lesson in patience. Some plants take weeks to germinate. And lots of TLC. All plants take lots and lots of TLC. So just like the little seed that's in the cup, the growth that we're working on in ourselves and in our lives, it isn't something that's going to happen overnight. It just isn't. Personal growth takes time, patience, planning, and preparation.
And attention.
Damn straight.
Very much.
We've got to make a plan for our growth and check off those steps one at a time. It might be helpful after this experience to sit down with a journal and write down what you're planting in your life and your plan and your steps for making that goal happen. So
good point.
Those are all things. Yeah, it helps to write things down because then you know what you're doing.
I got to write everything down.
Oh my God, so do I. I have to write everything down or I forget what I'm doing. Even listen, this stuff does not just flow. I had to write my ritual down or I would not know what I am doing. So these are all things I want you to think about. The other thing, EJ, what do you think it means if we plant these seeds today? What do you think it means if they don't grow? What if a month goes by and nothing has come up in this little pot? What do you think that means?
Well, it could mean a number of things, but it just might mean, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, some resistance maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's just the timing isn't right,
Sometimes.
you know?
Yeah, sometimes.
And maybe they're shitty seeds.
Exactly. So sometimes when we do things like this, when we plant things, they don't come up right away. I will tell you that I have been gardening for a very long time, and there's lots of times that I plant seeds and they don't come up.
Bless you.
But it doesn't mean that I'm not still gardening. Typically, if I plant 10 seeds, I might get 6 or 7 that come up.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, that's a pretty good return, right?
It is.
But I just planted 1 seed in this little pot. So it's entirely possible that this seed might not come up. And what do you think I should do if this seed doesn't grow?
You can plant more seeds.
That's right. I can always plant more seeds. So that's the thing. When we're making these goals and plans in our lives, if the first seed you plant doesn't come up, I got a whole packet full of seeds. I can plant more. Okay? It might just mean that that seed wasn't the right one. Like the one that I lost that's somewhere on this tablecloth. I don't even know where it is. It's here somewhere.
Well, you'll see it when it starts
right?
to grow.
When we start cleaning up, I'll find it and then I'll pop it in the pot too. But that happens.
Mhm.
Sometimes our best laid plans just don't happen the way we want them to.
Nope.
And we just have to be patient with ourselves and nurture ourselves a little bit more and keep trying.
Be gentle with ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's difficult for some people.
It's difficult for me
too. Oh, duh. Bread and butter.
So, those are our thoughts. Those are the things I want you to think about when you're taking care of your plant every day. Think about what you're growing in yourself. In the meantime, we're going to bless the food we gathered for our virtual potluck. It's hard to say those words when you're missing some teeth. Virtual potluck. Anyway.
Good job.
All I brought in, we are not just eating rolls, we are eating other food. But this is what I brought in because it was the easiest thing to grab. I didn't want to bring like a whole crock pot. We're going to bless the food that we've gathered for a virtual potluck. And if you don't have your food nearby, that's totally okay. We can bless the future food you're going to eat, right?
That's right.
Whatever it is you're planning on eating tonight, you can bless it before you eat it. We're going to make an offering and give thanks to deity and the elements of earth, air, fire, and water for this day and for all that we've been given. God and Goddess, in all the names you answer to, in all the brilliant facets you are, thank you for our gifts of food and drink, and me coughing, and for the loved ones standing in our circle today. May you never hunger or thirst. I'm going to bless our food. And you can bless your food at home. I hope it's yummy. I'm going to move this out of our way. And then we're going to release our quarters, which means that we're going to kind of close down our little circle as we go.
Oh, I thought we were actually going to have quarters. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I was being bad.
It's all good, EJ.
I was
It's all
being
good.
silly.
We are all silly. Thank goodness. So again, if you want to participate with us, when we say hail and farewell, you just want to repeat, hail and farewell. Hail to the west and water. That way, if you're sitting in my loft. We thank you for attending our circle and for your gift of empathy. Go if you must, stay if you will. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Hail to the south and fire. And the fire just lit. We thank you for attending our circle and for your gifts of will and strength of purpose. Go if you must, stay if you will. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Hail to the east and air. We thank you for attending our circle and for your gifts of knowledge and wisdom. Go if you must, stay if you will. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Hail to the north and earth. We thank you for attending our circle and for your gifts of strength, stillness, grounding, and stability. Go if you must, stay if you will. Hail and farewell. We're going to open the circle, ending our ceremony the same way when we began. When we end tonight, when we let go of each other, I hope that we leave as neighbors and as family. Soul to soul and heart to heart, the circle is open. From me to you and back again, the circle is open. And will you repeat this part after me? The circle is open.
The circle is open.
May it never be broken.
May it never be broken.
And now let the feasting begin. Feel free to munch on whatever you brought to the potluck and talk to each other at home. And if anybody wants to continue to talking to me and EJ on the forum, feel free to do so. And man, I really hope we're all together again soon. I miss y'all.
Yes. More than you know.
I do.
Give me that roll. No, I'm just kidding.
I have a whole bag of rolls in the house.
Oh, goody.
So did anybody get a chance to plant anything? Danny sends little hearts. We love and miss you, Danny.
Thank you, Danny. We're all together.
We are.
We are one.
We are. We're all together in the only way we can be all together.
Look at the circle be unbroken.
That's right. Snack time for Wade. Wade, what are you snacking on? I know, I'm making you type.
I know if it would me, it'd take a long time and it would have misspellings in it too.
I would not even care. I told you this is a no stress ritual today.
It's what's great.
I know, right?
Thank you for doing this.
Well, you're welcome. I'm so glad you were able to be here and share it with me.
Yes.
I have chicken in the crock pot and I have sweet potatoes, which I need to doctor a little bit. And Hawaiian rolls. That's what we're having.
Oh, I love those Hawaiian rolls.
I know, so do I. They're like addictive. They're so
nummy,
good.
Nummy.
Snickers! Oh, Snickers are good.
Oh, Snickers.
Yum, yum.
Snicker.
Do you hear that? EJ is snickering.
I'm snickering.
This is what I get, peeps.
And you love it.
I do. I love you so much. Very silly.
I'll tell you what, you need to be silly in these times.
We do. Well, listen, you need to be silly all the time.
Yeah.
But I think being silly in these times is especially important.
Yep. And I know people look at me sideways like, why she behave like that? And it's like, because this is ridiculous.
Listen.
So why not laugh?
Oh, Wade misses my cooking. I'm sorry, Wade. I'm so sorry. When the pandemic is over, we'll have a giant potluck again. Let me tell you, when as soon as it is safe, we will have ritual in person again with all the fun potlucks.
That'd be great.
I miss it. I miss potlucks and socializing with all of our people, and I miss having this space full of people. It's what makes my heart happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love that when you know, the warmer weather is coming, and usually we do events outside at our fire pit, and I love that when I look around the fire pit and I see all these people that I love, and we're all drinking tea and eating food, and we get to just be together. I really miss that, and I can't wait.
We can be serious, we can be intense, and we can have fun, and we can laugh. It's a whole wonderful world of things that we can do when we're together.
And we do as many of those things as we can this way, but I know it's not the same. I know I'm sick of it too. I am. I'm so sick of Zoom fatigue and...
Tell me about it.
I get it. You know?
Yeah.
I miss seeing people face to face, so...
Well, you got me.
I do. I got you. I'm so thankful I got EJ.
And the same here. It's nice to have your own little bubble where you can at least get some of those things. It's so crucial to us as human beings.
It
you
is.
know, we need to touch, we need to sense, we need to, you know, experience that flavor of being with somebody.
So if you have a quarantine bubble of your own, hug the people in your quarantine bubble, darn it.
Absolutely.
Hug them as much as possible with full consent, of course.
Yes, you have to ask for consent. People think that's funny when I say, "Are you okay with a hug?"
No, I think that's important to ask that question.
Yep.
Nobody else is talking to us. Wait, it's just you and me. And EJ.
Hello.
And Adrian.
What am I, potluck?
We're extremely silly.
Thanks for letting me be here with you, really.
Really? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here too.
I don't know what happened to everybody else, but that's okay.
That's okay. They'll see it.
They will. They will. And what we're going to do is, and we're going to stop this live in a few minutes. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure that this gets posted, like I said, on the EarthSpirit Facebook page. It'll go on my personal Facebook page. EJ said she's going to put it on hers. It's going to go on the EarthSpirit YouTube page, which is listed on the EarthSpirit Interfaith Facebook page. We do have a link to YouTube on there. Danny is still with us. Yay!
Yay, Danny!
I bet you're wondering why I've gathered you all here today. We love you, Wade. You're so much fun. Excuse me. It is all the yucky sinus stuff that I've been trying to get out of my head for the past how many years is finally coming out of my head. So I apologize. It's gross, but it's necessary.
Well, that's it. We're human beings. We do gross things sometimes.
We do. We do. And I am not a robot. I'm a human being. And
not a human doing.
No, not a human doing.
You're a human being.
Nope.
Yep. People forget that. They just do and do and do and do and do. And they forget to just be and be and be and be and be.
Oh, we love you too, Wade. And that's kind of been me for a really long time. For a long time, I just kind of went and didn't stop. And then my body yelled stop at me.
Yep.
Oh, and Kelly says thank you. Kelly, thank you for joining us. And Danny, thank you for joining us. Oh my God, Danny has developed allergies since living in Florida. Oh, Danny, I'm so sorry.
Yes, sorry to hear that.
I'm so glad all of you got to join us, and we'll continue having these rituals. Like I said, if they have to be virtual, they'll have to be virtual. The next one will be Beltane. That is May 1st, and I don't have my calendar up here with me. I think May 1st is on a Saturday this year.
Well, we'll find out in a minute, unless somebody on the other side over there decides they're going to find out.
I think Beltane's on a Saturday this year.
Getting there. May the 1st?
Yeah.
Saturday.
So we'll be having our next one on May the 1st, and it will also be virtual. And it will be virtual because I will not be in town. I will be somewhere else. And I will actually, I'm not telling. It's a secret.
I can tell, obviously.
Don't tell. I will be somewhere else, and I will do our Beltane ritual from the super secret location where I'm going to be. But you will all get to see it when I'm there.
This is like, where's Carmen Miranda?
Is it Where's Carmen?
Or Carmen, whatever.
Where in the world is
Santiago.
Carmen San Diego?
Yes, Santiago. Yeah. Carmen Miranda was the woman with the fruit on her hair.
Yes. Yes. This is what happens when you put the two of us together. We're just silly. It's all good, though.
It's important to be silly.
That it is. We got to live this life.
Got to take that stick out of our butt.
That's right. So, anyway, it was wonderful to see you all. I'm going to end our live. I love you all so very much, and I really hope that I get to see you all again soon.
Blessings.
Blessings. Mwah. Bye-bye. Okay. I got to turn this and hit the finish button. can't turn your phone while live. Well, you all get to see me sideways. Ha!